Hello Taurus, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to JilleTarot. This is your love reading for March 2022. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, and it's not going to resonate with everyone. So let your intuition guide you to the things that feel meaningful for you. You could also check out the other signs that make up your natal chart. A lot of times those readings contain additional messages. And thanks for your support. If this resonates, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You could also check out your general reading for March. That could provide you a little additional information on what's coming in for you for March. Let's see what's coming in for you regarding love, Taurus. And we're getting dedicated effort. You're making a dedicated effort when it comes to love, which is nice energy to have. So we should get 2 more cards to see what's going on with this dedicated effort. Something about focus and attention on work and effort. Let's see. We're getting fear, expecting the worst, afraid of failure, wasting time on negative thoughts, Taurus. And spread your wings, confidence that leads to freedom and growth. So it feels to me like just off the bat here, we have a dedicated effort. There's focus and attention on making an effort to overcome your fears, where you've been expecting the worst, where you've been afraid of failure, where you've been wasting time on negative thoughts. Feels like making the dedicated effort on your fears, working through your fears, is going to allow you to spread your wings, provide you with confidence that leads to freedom and growth when it comes to love. So let's get some cards for this fear energy. What's going on with this fear? And we're getting the 3 of Wands, Justice, and the Knight of Swords. So it is time to take action on your negative thoughts, on your fears. When it comes to maybe, just you're afraid of failure when it comes to your future. You're wasting time on negative thoughts. You're wasting time on this fear. You need to make a dedicated effort to work through your fears. When it comes to your future here with this 3 of Wands, it almost feels like some of you are spending too much time in future doubts, in future fear, instead of being in the moment. Living day to day in this moment. You're projecting your fears out into the future here. You're expecting the worst in the future. You're afraid of failure, instead of, and wasting your time on these negative thoughts is, when it comes to your future, is somehow holding you back when it comes to a love situation. You need to make a dedicated effort to work through your fears. When it comes to your future, this 3 of Wands card is about waiting for your ships to come in, looking forward to your future, trying to see your future, possibly with your fears. If you're using your fears to look far into the future, that's never a good idea. It feels like you're trying to see the future, but what you're trying to see is through this lens of fear. Through this lens of expecting the worst, through this lens of, you're just afraid of failure, and you're wasting time on those negative thoughts because you're trying to look too far into the future instead of dealing with the present moment. We have Justice coming in, bringing things into balance. As you make a dedicated effort to work through your fears, that brings this balance energy, balance and fairness back into your world here. This is the karmic results, and starting to get more of what you deserve. This is also a card about marriage. So for some of you, you could have some sort of fears, almost irrational fears, when it comes to a committed relationship that you're in. And it's interesting because then we have the Knight of Swords coming in, and this is about taking action when it comes to, your communication, when it comes to taking rational action, when it comes to taking action on your thoughts and your fears. So another card, this is the sword of truth here. When it comes to your thoughts, your negative thoughts, you're wasting time on negative thoughts, the Knight of Swords comes in and helps you cut through all those negative thoughts that you're having that are creating this fear energy of expecting the worst. You're afraid of failure. Tap into this Knight of Swords energy. because this is the action that's required. This is you making the dedicated effort to overcome your negative thought processes, your fear processes. This fear is all, it's not based in reality. It's all based in your thought processes. It's all in your head. And you're getting spun up in this energy, this mental energy. Bring it back, come back down to the physical realm. Live in the moment, live in the physical world today, not projecting into the future your fears, your doubts, your worries. This Knight of Swords is the action that you can tap into and the energy that you can tap into and actually bring more logical, rational action to the situation and overcome your fears, your fear of failure. We do have Libra energy here with the Justice card. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. But this is all about, the fears are all surrounding some sort of committed relationship with this Justice energy. This is considering and weighing your options when it comes to your future and what you want to see in the future. But it comes back to dedicated in the here and now, in the present, effort to work through your negative thought processes, to work, stop wasting time on these negative thoughts, so that you can move forward. And start to spread your wings here with spread your wings, confidence that leads to freedom and growth. As you work with this Knight of Swords energy and this Justice energy, you start to get more of what you deserve, which means you're spreading your wings, your confidence is starting to grow, and that leads you to amazing freedom and growth when it comes to a love situation. So let's get 3 cards to spreading your wings here. And we're getting the 4 of Wands, the World, and the 7 of Wands. So it's interesting because we have the 4 of Wands, another card about a committed relationship. We have the card of marriage here with Justice, and we have another card of marriage here with the 4 of Wands. But in a general sense, this 4 of Wands can be about commitment. And this is actually coming together with another person for a very solid foundation that you can build upon when it comes to a committed situation. As you spread your wings, you come together for happy times and celebrations with another person, spreading your wings and soaring here. You notice we have the 2 birds in this card, and we have spreading your wings, confidence that leads to freedom and growth. So if you're in a connection, this is going to bring amazing growth and commitment and stability to your situation. You have achieved a goal. It feels like with this World card, you are bringing about an ending to your fears. Through your dedicated effort, the World comes in to say you have reached completion. You have achieved your goal, and there is a rebirth here, and this rebirth comes from a place of wholeness. The karma of all this fear, it all gets wrapped up, and here comes this enlightenment, accomplishment with the World card. So you are achieving the world here, Taurus, through your dedicated effort. As you spread your wings, it completes that old fear cycle, and you're ready for a brand new beginning. We have the 7 of Wands coming in, and this can be a card about being defensive and standing your ground, but it is also a card about courage and bravery and not giving up. When it all seems to be too much, when your fear starts getting you down again, embrace this courage and this bravery to stand your ground, because you're not going to live in fear anymore. You have the bravery and courage to not give up. You're not going to let fear rule your life anymore when it comes to a love situation. You're no longer going to expect the worst. You're not afraid of failure anymore. You're not going to be wasting time on negative thoughts. You're ready to spread your wings and soar and come into a committed relationship, deepen a bond, strengthen a bond, or go out and take the action that's required from taking logical action. If you want to come into a love connection, take the logical action, spread your wings. Your confidence is going to lead you to freedom and growth, which allows you to come into connection with another person. If you're not in a connection, there's just feels like this, your fears, you've gotten all spun up in your fears. It's time to come to the day-to-day physical world and work through those fears, make the dedicated effort to work through those fears. When it comes to your future, as you work through the fears, you're bringing things into balance so that you can start to get more of what you deserve when it comes to a love situation. And there's balance and fairness in a love situation. Spread your wings and soar. Spread your wings and fly. that allows you to come into this connection with another person, come together for happy times and celebrations, and a solid foundation to build on when it comes to your connections. Your confidence leads you to freedom and growth because you have achieved your goal of releasing your fears. And you're going to have the confidence and the courage and the bravery to not give up. So defend this good position that you're in here. Defend going forward in this new cycle, this new beginning, with this new enlightenment, that you're not going to live in fear anymore. And so we do have Libra energy coming in. So you could be dealing with a Libra, or you could be dealing, there's an air sign here with this Knight of Swords. You could be dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius coming into your world, or that you could be dealing with. But just in a general sense, these are just very powerful energies that you can tap into to work through any fears you have when it comes to coming into a love connection or deepening your existing love connection. Sometimes we just get all spun up in our fears. Sometimes our fears drive the show, and it's time to come back to the physical world. Get out of your mind, come back to the here and now, the daily physical world, and make the dedicated effort to work through your fears and spread your wings. That's going to give you amazing confidence, and it's going to bring you freedom and growth here. So let's see what the best advice is for you, Taurus. Let's see. And we're getting strength, determination, perseverance, and self-discovery. You have the strength to do this. Back to this Seven of Wands. This all comes back to bravery and courage. You have the strength to work through your fears, to make this dedicated effort when it comes to love. And bring about an ending, just totally letting go of this old cycle where you were living in your fears, and that was holding you back in some way in a love situation. And take back your strength, take back your power. Do that with approach this situation with determination, perseverance, and self-discovery to make the dedicated effort to work through your fears, to bring you into a more solid foundation when it comes to love to build upon. So I hope this was helpful, Taurus. I hope you have a great rest of the month. And until next time, I'm wishing you lots of love and many blessings.